What is going on YouTube? Hayden back making another brand new Crypto TV episode. In today's video, we're going to be looking at XRP, Bitcoin, Ethereum, as well as Litecoin. We're also going to be discussing an article that I do have here posted by Cointelegraph in regards to key indicators showing Ripple price could be on the verge of a rally. So I think this is quite important. I do want to discuss and go into specifics as to what this article is referring to. We do know that on XRP, we had some very interesting movements. You can see that we started to kind of rally off, settle down within the the descending triangle. Bitcoin symmetrical triangle is being retested once again. I do think I want to spend quite a bit of time on this, as well as when to invest into XRP, those cryptocurrencies. We're going to talk about Litecoin, Ethereum as well, because we're not really seeing, great movement in that. We're seeing slight movements to the upside, which you can see portrayed on the coin market cap, but otherwise we're really not seeing anything crazy special. Now, hopefully you guys like that intro that I put together for my company Cloud9 Exotics that I work for. When I was home over the break, we went to the Toys for Tots car meet, and I put a little skit together that shows basically what we do, how it works, and things like that. So if you guys do like that intro, definitely make sure to leave it down in the comments below. Otherwise, let's move on to today's video. Like I said, if you're new to the channel, make sure to subscribe, turn on post notifications, leave a giant thumbs up, and I'll see you right after this. Alright, so just a recap of yesterday's video. We went over the potential Bitcoin returning, or we'll see a return of that 2017 bull run. We talked about how there are four segments, or three segments actually. We have two that are a run to the upside followed by a retracement to the lower, and then 2 more years of upside. As we saw, today would be 2019 would be the first year of upside, and then they are referring to 2020 being the second year of upside. So we could be seeing the beginning of next year pretty nice in regards to returning gains and prices moving up to higher levels. I also went into specifics discussing the DueDEX chart, how exactly to use DueDEX, buy long, sell short, leverage trade, things like that. If you want to learn more about that, definitely make sure to check out this video right here. Now, to move on to today's episode, I do want to discuss with you guys the key indicator that shows Ripple XRP price could be on the verge of a rally. I thought this was an interesting article. I feel like a lot of people have been fairly bearish on the cryptocurrency. So the fact that I see another article, especially by Cointelegraph, talking about something potentially new or swings to the upside is something I want to go over. That's also pretty cool. Who we have right here, the moon is actually on here. So I thought that's pretty interesting too, that they're actually playing a video by him. That's pretty awesome. But otherwise, it says the majority of Ripple XRP holders were waiting for the yearly swell conference to bring some excitement to XRP. And as we know, we did not see any sort of excitement from that. We actually saw the price reverse down to the upside. And you can see that Ripple remains in a year-long downtrend, which has been on the market for quite some time. And you can see, based off of my charts as well, what exactly they're referring to. I think it would even help us out if we looked at the weekly. You can see the weekly's descending triangle it's massive. We had our massive moonshot right here, and then since then we've been in a major downtrend, just trending down, setting higher lows. We do have a bottom support though, which is nice, but we've just been moving lower and lower and lower. So as we know, swell didn't go so well, and we saw a retracement there, and now it's talking about that Ripple has nearly bottomed on the Bitcoin pair, and I feel like that's the main thing that it wants to refer to. The XRP Bitcoin 2-day chart shows price hovering on a vital support area. The area provided support and resistance levels for more than 4 years, and it is a level to watch closely. That's pretty much the main concept that you want to pull out of this video, is that have we bottomed off? Have we seen the bottom? And that we need to see some sort of confirmation of a flip to the upside. They're drawing some sort of descending fractal on here. I do think that's okay, but it's basically saying that if the breakout occurs, XRP price needs to push above 30 cents. The 30 cents would break us above whatever resistance is here, which makes total sense. And I'll go into specifics right now. So you'll notice that on the XRP chart, what exactly it's referring to. 30 cents is right here. 30 cents is that red line that has been drawn. So why do we need a 30-cent push to the upside? Well, you can see right now that there's a massive descending or downtrend on the coin. I consider it a descending triangle because I do think we have some great supports at 20 cents as well as on 16 cents. These are both holding very well. In regards to short-term movements, we're probably just going to see consolidation. We may see a small dip to 25 cents, but then potentially swing back down to 20. Like I said, and I've said in previous videos, 20 cents as well as 16 cents are both the area to pay very close attention to, because if they do not break, we're probably going to see the coin fall much lower. Obviously, if 20 cents does not hold, 16 cents will be retested. Now, considering 16 cents has not been obtained by this coin ever since 2017, I'll be very shocked if we head lower than that. Ultimately, I do think we're going to consolidate consolidate out into the 20-cent zone, and there's a good chance, a very good chance, we'll break up and hit a very critical resistance of 30 cents. You can see clearly why this is a resistance on the coin. Not only that, because if we do break now, the 30-cent zone will be outside of what appears to be this massive weekly descending triangle. So there's huge things to come for the market. Now, ultimately, I don't think we're going to head much lower. Don't think we're going to go to 5 cents. I only think we can go to the upside from here. So honestly, in regards to the past 2 years, when the best time to invest is probably now, mainly because if you do invest in this short-term swing, let's say we do by chance go from the 21 cents we're at, or the 22 cents we're at, to 16 cents. Yes, that is a 4-cent drop, but if you consider that there's a very, very, very high chance that we're going to shoot right back up to 39 cents, to 69 cents, it's really not that much of a loss. You'll make quite a bit more back. So in regards to investing, yeah, I do think these are great opportunities right here. Am I going to invest into Ripple right now, or XRP? No, I'm going to hold off, mainly because I do swing into a lot of other different cryptos, so it doesn't make sense to buy this very second. Now, if you want to be a long-term holder, you're not checking out the charts every single day, go for it. I don't think there's a problem. Now, I'm no financial advisor, but I'm just giving you my opinion on what I would do. Now, in regards to the fact that I do look at these coins every single day, I would wait it out. I would wait till consolidation hits. I would wait for the sideways trading. Then I'd figure out when to buy in and when not to buy in. Now, in regards to Bitcoin, another crypto that has been trading very interesting on the market, you can see we just recently had a little spike in the market, shooting all the cryptos up to the upside, very slightly though. We're up about 2.5%. You can see on Bitcoin, if I zoom in right now, what exactly is happening, which is quite interesting. You can see that I said yesterday video, we were having some sort of bullish cross on the MACD, which did clearly happen, and that ultimately led to the small dip that we had, or small correction we had in the price, shooting us up from around 73.50 all the way up to 7,800, and then pulling immediately back down to 7,500. Very small movement like that. Basically, what this is doing for me is confirming the fact that this is a massive resistance. This is confirming the fact that this downtrend, this purple downtrend, is here to stay, and we're not going to be broken from that. Ultimately, I bet I can erase this line. I don't think it's needed as much right now, but you can see exactly what we're happening and what is happening and what we're doing. We're immediately correcting into what appears to be this massive symmetrical triangle. I consider this to be very strong resistance. I consider this to be the downtrend because of how beautifully we're using this coin. You can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 confirmations. We broke bullish through it, retesting the high MMA, which could be manipulation, but we just ran on top of it until breaking back down inside, and then we hit a bottom support resistance again, and then we hit our third or like 10th resistance up in this uptrend. To me, this immediately says we're going to be consolidating into here. We have no more than about 18 days, so 7, 14, a little over 2 weeks, which will be the end of what appears to be this massive downtrend. Do I think we're going to break bearish? No. Could be wrong. There's a good chance they're going to swing to the upside. We look great on the daily. We look, I think, even better on the weekly. We look to be at around 43 on the weekly. You can see that we're coming back down in regards to the MACD. So we don't look bad, and there is definitely plenty of room for us to swing higher. You can see basically where the price is retesting. It's finally consolidated back down to its high-low MMA, and this is huge, guys. The fact that the high-low minimum moving average pretty much cuts exactly right through the symmetrical triangle is huge news. The fact that we're using this right now as support, if we can build up enough support when we cross this line right here, there's a very good chance of a break to the upside that will happen not only by the weekly support, but by all the other charts as well. So there's huge news that this is going to be breaking up. Now, obviously, it doesn't really matter. Obviously, we'd all like to see it break to the upside, but it doesn't really matter if we break to the downside. What I mean by that is the fact that we've now discovered and have been using DueDEX for the longest time now. We know that off small runs like this, or even big runs, we can capitalize off of shorting or leveraging the cryptocurrency. And this is huge news. If you guys want to know more information about DueDEX, definitely check it out in the description down below, the comments, or my previous video. You can see this very small dip. It's not something that I would consider investing in. Yeah, we could have made a small amount, 7,100 all the way up to 7,700. It's a small percentage gain, which obviously a lot of you guys can take advantage of. But like I said, I'm a conservative trader, so I'm waiting for that perfect opportunity to invest in. And honestly, this is not worth the risk of retracement to the lower. But if we do capture whatever breakout happens right here, if we shoot up to the upside, it will be well worth, and we'll make plenty of money, more than what we could have had from these these charts right here. So it's major moves coming. I really do think so. I'm preparing myself. I'm just loading my account with Bitcoin, and I'm waiting. I'm getting used to the way DueDEX accounts work. So when the time does count and we do need to invest into it, I will be for sure ready. Now, that pretty much is going to wrap up today's video. Like I said, I'd like to talk about Litecoin too. You can see Litecoin's in a descending fractal, irrelevant from Bitcoin and XRP. You can see we do have a resistance and a support currently trending sideways now. I honestly do think that for the only thing Litecoin can do is pretty much just trend like this, hit 46, potentially, fall back down to its support, and then potentially see that break to the upside. I do think all these coins are extremely undervalued. I do think 2020 will see much higher prices. It's only a year away, but I really do think that we're going to see some very high prices within these cryptos. Obviously, Litecoin has really not had that much crazy movement. For the longest time, we've either traded sideways, consolidated, or fell lower, but we've been setting higher lows and lower lows. So lower lows and higher lows. So it really does not matter when to invest into this coin because we've just been retracing lower. Even with Bitcoin, we've seen somewhat of movement like that. Ethereum, very similar. We could probably honestly draw the very same exact resistance that, that Litecoin had on here. You can see it looks very similar right now. So Ethereum and Litecoin look very close in regards to trending sideways. You can see it looks something like this. I could delete this. I don't really think we need that, nor do we need this. But you can see we're in some sort of downtrend, and it doesn't look that great, but it's very similar to Litecoin's right here. So ultimately, that's pretty much what I have to say about the charts right now, these trends. Obviously, these key indicators look, very interesting, and I do think they will hold true. Otherwise, if you guys are new to the channel, make sure to subscribe, turn on post notifications, leave a giant thumbs up, and I'll see you in tomorrow's video. Peace.